and this is basically my secret. It's called a... Welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie and I am a linguist. I'm fluent in English, Mandarin, and Korean. So today I wanted to give you a tip as a linguist how to level up your language learning game, especially if you're an intermediate or advanced speaker. I think all of you have probably, encountered this. You want to say something, but when you find the word in the dictionary, it has multiple entries and you don't really know which one is appropriate. The examples are only very bare minimum, so you don't really know the context in which it was used, so you don't really know which word to use. I'll just give you a very common example. Let's say you want to say in Korean, I'm happy. So if you just search happy into the Korean dictionary, you're going to get all kinds of things. You're going to get 기쁘다. You're going to get 행복하다. You're going to get 좋다. Let's say you want to say I'm happy because you just had a really delicious meal. You are drinking some delicious coffee now. You feel relaxed and you just want to say, I'm happy. So that kind of happy is relating to your mood. It is a temporary mood that you're feeling. So it's not a consistent kind of like long-term sense of happiness, right? So in Korean, the word 행복하다 is usually relating to kind of like a more prolonged state of happiness. Whereas 기쁘다 is related to kind of like a temporary bounce of happiness. There's also 좋다. You'll see 좋다 used a lot of times to say you're happy about something. So if you use something, and this is basically my secret, it's called a corpus. So what a corpus is a database of pretty much all usages of this particular language, just one big database. And so most good databases will have a mix of things like news, entertainment, books, and some good ones will even tell you like what time period it came from. So like in the past 10 years or, like 100 years ago. So obviously you don't really want to look at sources from 100 years ago. You want to look at more up-to-date corpuses. One that I like to use is called Sketch Engine. Sketch Engine is a kind of like an open source system out there for as many languages as they can source at the moment. They have like Arabic, Romanian, everything. So obviously you can find things like Korean on there. So if you just go on Sketch Engine, you have to sign up and it costs a bit of a fee if you want to do past the free 30-day trial. But I really think that it's worth looking at for at least 30 days for free. So what it does is you click on the frequency tab, you can just like list it from most frequent, just all words. You can see which are the words that are used most frequently in Korean. And it's incredible because oftentimes you're going to be learning words in textbooks and things that are hardly ever used, not even in conversation, but in writing, on the internet, in books, like never. Why would you want to waste your time learning words that are literally so infrequently used? So this frequency list will tell you the most frequently used words to the least frequently used words in the language. And I would just say, like, if you don't know the first 1,000 frequently used words in Korean, I would say those are a good place to start. And if you see a word, you can click on concurrence, which shows you all of the contexts in which that word is used. So I think this is really helpful if you want to see kind of like the previous word and the next word after the target word. For example, if you just click on the first one, 수 is usually used as in possibility, the ability for something to happen. So 할 수 있다, 만날 수 있다, 이런 일 일어날 수도 있다. So you'll see a lot of those, the basically verb stems in front of the 수. And so now you really know when 수 is used. I mean, this is just a simple example, but if you look for the first 1,000 most frequently used words, this would help you kind of like become big data in the language that you're trying to learn. And the thing is, If you look at AI learning models nowadays for languages, it's all just data. It's huge corpuses of different languages in different contexts. And if you're trying to learn a second language, you're going to have to build up your big data, your corpus in your mind for the language that you're learning. So that is my hot tip of the day from a linguist. Let me know if it's been helpful for you in the comments below.